Welcome back to the GSL Code S. We just saw an epic TBT, a long, dramatic, epic TBT, and the loser, or the winner rather, excuse me, is going to go on to our next match. So it's going to be Byun against Genius. Let me tell you, Byun is going to be exhausted after a set like that.
Byun is actually a player who has always played really, really long games. He actually is very good at lasting. He's like, he's kind of like I'm Happy, where this guy
stamina-based player.
Yeah, he's very stamina-based. This guy just wants to play the longest game possible since he switched to Terran. He was not such a long game player in Protoss, but that is the style that he likes. Now, one thing that I'm interested in here, he showed us an amazing Tank Marine style before in the last round, and that's a style that can be excellent against people that go for High Templars quickly. But Genius, he's a Colossus type of guy, okay? He will go High Templars occasionally, but this guy does more Colossus than most top Protosses. So I wonder if Byun will actually use Tank Marine again.
We will have to see. You know, Genius has proven repeatedly that he is probably one of the most calculated players we've ever had in StarCraft 2 history. So what does he have in store for Byun? We're going to find out. Byun, you know, he's a stamina-based player, but that was a very, very dramatic TBT. And we're going to see if he's ready to take on Genius here at the GSL Code S. All right, top center, we have our player. He won BlizzCon last year. He's been a finalist here in the GSL Code S. He is
Genius.
Could have some serious balls to name yourself Genius and then actually follow through with it with your style of play. If we had a guy called Genius who was just always getting knocked out of Code A, that would be another story. Bottom center, starting location, we have our Terran player. He managed to beat Keen, but can he beat Genius? I almost said Jesus. His ID is... What a weird Freudian slip was that by me? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That was a weird one.
Because he was forgiven and brought back into the GSL. All right, what up? Sea Pirates. Right.
I guess they're from the Southeast Asian server.
They must be. Or they're just actually pirates at sea. And we'll probably have somebody come in with a sign for ninjas tomorrow, and we'll have everything that we need.
Wow.
Yeah.
Or what'll happen is there'll be some government agent in the rafters with a sniper rifle and just shoot them in the head for being pirates.
Obama's like, just shoot him in the face.
Yeah. All right.
They're like, but what about the Somalian seed? All right. On to this game, Artosis. Artoliosis.
Well, what do you think, man? Byun is actually getting a gas right away, which, you know, I wonder what he's going to do with that on this map.
I think this is a map that Protoss like, especially in these spots. I think it's a map where it's going to give Genius a lot of flexibility.
Yeah.
And frankly, I think already for PBT, this is a map that, you know, you just don't want to be Terran on against somebody as good as Genius.
You know,
I think this is going to be tougher for Byun.
Yeah, if you have close by air spots, it's going to be a little bit easier because you can actually harass the drops. But in these spots, this is like a hard thing for Byun to actually deal with. You know what I wouldn't mind seeing, though, is like, I mean, if he's going to do some sort of all-in type dealio, go ahead and do a siege tank one, because that ramp is really annoying when you get it sieged up, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Know what I'm saying?
No, I mean...
All right, but he's actually getting a tech lab, so it could just be a Reaper. Yeah, it's going to be a Reaper. All right. Byun going to open up with a Reaper.
Byun going back to his roots here. He was another one of the Reaper guys along with Keen.
And Genius actually getting 2 gases. He did scout a gas, so he's like, all right, I'm going to get 2 gases just to be safe. And it's actually going to be a Reaper expansion. So Mr. Bitter's watching. I'm sure he's smiling somewhere.
All right, looks like there's no way the SCV is going to get out of here. So he just goes back to see, okay, are there still SCVs mining in the gas? And there are.
And actually took him off as soon as that died. So
see, that is classic Genius.
That's what Genius does.
He will show you one thing always and then do something else. It makes scouting against somebody like Genius basically useless.
One of my friends I used to play with a long time ago in StarCraft 1, Gentho, he became like a Warcraft 3 champion and stuff eventually, but back before those days, he would, when we found out about like canceling buildings for false intel, you know, this did appear at one point. You know, it was not always, this was not always a strategy, but this is way back. Oh, nice Reaper, by the way. And in fact, how many kills is he going to get? He's got 2.
He's going to get a ton. I'm surprised the Reaper got micro that way.
Oh, nice. 4 kills. Very well done. But as I was saying, he would cancel buildings so often that, like, literally if I scattered a robo, I'd make a turret for Dark Templars.
Yeah.
Because it was like, it just became predictable. It was done so much. And at this point, a player like Genius, he's not predictable with it, you know?
No, he's not.
He might have done a Void Rail, and you don't know. And that's probably why Byun was like, you know what, against Genius, I'm going to go Reaper expand, because then I can actually scout him and know what he's doing. And that's exactly what happened. I mean, that Reaper got plenty of intel. He knows, and he got to kill 4 probes, which is pretty big as well. He saw 3 gates in a Nexus, and he can assume off of that it's probably going to be a Robo.
Meanwhile, Byun's got that bunker up. He's feeling safe. Getting 2 more reactors.
And he got a really quick eBay.
Yeah.
Really quick eBay.
This is all very safe play.
Yeah.
What's so funny?
You said this is really, really safe play.
Just, what's so funny about that?
No, I wanted to say, I didn't think of it quick enough. I just want to say totes.
What?
Totes.
Totes? What's totes?
Like totally, but totes.
Oh, totes. Like most totes,
it's like
yo.
So funny, totes is. Like someone just used totes on me the other day, and I was like dying. It was just so funny. That's why I started laughing. Terrible story, I know. Back to the game.
What we need to do right now to fix your jet lag is actually use that thing in Pulp Fiction where they shot that girl in the chest with.
Adrenaline?
An adrenaline thing? Yeah. Get you back into this.
All right. It's just funny, man. Totes. Anyways. The Observer is down there.
He didn't
scouting.
scan either.
No scan.
Did not see the blip on the screen.
He has 2 scans saved up.
Oh, I think he sees it now. It looks like he's going back. No, I'm sorry. He's just continuing to look around his base. The Observer's now getting a really good idea of what's going on. Sees that early eBay.
Genius is only making Immortals right now, and now adding a few more gates. Now, he might actually be going for an Immortal Bust, because when your opponent actually opens with like a... Well, actually what happened basically was the 2 and 3 Immortal Busts kind of turned Koreans away from doing, in the metagame, from doing 2-Rax openings. Now, this was a 1-Rax Reaper opening. So, you know, it's not exactly a 2-Rax opening, but it is a similar type of build where an Immortal Bust can be very powerful against this because, you know, he'll have stim, but he's going to be relying upon bunkers. It's quite clearly not going to really have siege tanks on the high ground, that type of thing.
This is kind of weird because they actually are passing each other right now.
Yeah, and he's got stim and combat shield, so he can do a ton of damage. This could turn into a really weird base trade. And I don't even...
The Immortals and Stalkers are actually too slow, or Immortals and Sentries, I guess you could say, are too slow to actually get all the way back home.
Yeah, this is actually just going to be a base trade. That's it. I mean, neither of them are going to be able to stop each other. I think the guy with the floating buildings might win this one, Tasteless.
Call me crazy, but I think you're right. Nice force field. My God, at the last second, humanly possible.
Yeah, but he's got Medivacs, man. And
yeah, but still, if he can actually chrono boost out in time,
yeah, you're
all
right.
those gateways.
He might actually be able to do it. Oh, how did that force field happen?
I don't know. That force field happened after it died.
Yeah, that was really weird.
All right, this is getting sticky here.
Yeah, for both players, really.
Yeah, now remember, how many energies on the Medivacs, Artosis?
The Medivacs have...
Okay, they have
really
a decent amount, so they're actually going to be fine.
And he's unpowered 3 of the gates. Not as if he really has money to spend more on the 3 gates anyways. Yeah, it's really looking very much like a base trade scenario here.
Yeah, with one guy that has the flying buildings.
Now he's actually in the probe line right now with Marines, just killing them off.
Now, it doesn't look like a single probe is actually going to get out. Or wait, isn't there a probe on the map somewhere?
Yeah, there is. But he only has 330 minerals. And in fact, oh, you know what? Ghost King's going to definitely be able to take this. There's like islands on this map.
But can he land at them? Oh, actually, I guess it doesn't matter. He can just float over the high area.
He could scan it, and Well, yeah, I mean, worst case for Byun, he should get a draw here. That's like the worst case.
Yeah, I guess. Oh, this is weird.
But he has with Medivacs and 2 command centers, for sure he can just take an island.
All right, he's running now. Now, he sent some of his army back here. Now, remember, you can micro stalkers pretty damn well. This Nexus is still alive.
With this army he has, he might be able to take all these out. It's hard to say. Wait, actually, he has no sentries anymore. So it's going to be pretty hard still. So, I mean, Byun, he takes this. Even if he... Wait a minute.
No, I think you're right. I think he takes this.
Yeah, okay. So
it's just a healing.
He takes the game.
What a weird game. Okay.
Yeah.
GG.
Well,
that was one of those battles where I'm actually squinting at the army. I'm like, well, I don't know.
Yeah. He was a little bit sloppy because he was like trying to micro at home, and when he went up the ramp, the SCV's got a good surround, Marine stem, and he actually lost too much. But with the way the islands are set up and the fact that he got 2 orbitals out and he had medevacs, like for sure, he's going to be able to take an island after killing.
Now, the funny thing is that what was supposed to happen was Genius wanted to actually engage that army initially, and battle that, but instead they went around each other. You know, with Stim, medevacs, bloating buildings, that really puts like Protoss in a bad position for a base trade.
It was ships passing in the night. You know, they didn't really see each other going. I think the observer like kind of saw him leaving his base.
Well, he saw him move out, and then he saw the army move back, and then he went to check to the eBay, and then the army moved out again. So it was sort of a weird position.
Yeah, that was a strange one, guys.
Both players in chat right now saying good job to each other. It was a good game. And I don't know. I don't think we're going to see another game like that from these two. That was definitely not going according to plan for either of those guys. But it's always interesting to see a base trade because each base trade is absolutely unique. They're like snowflakes, Artosis.
That's true.
Yeah.
They are very much like snowflakes, except not all snowflakes are unique.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow, well, each base trade is, so.
Yeah, that's true. Each StarCraft game is.
Yeah, completely unique.
Next map is Whirlwind, Tasteless.
It's a big, big map, guys.
Get ready for a unique game, guys, that you'll never see again unless you watch the VOD.
All right, at PVT right now, game number 2. Well, I don't know what Genius is going to do this time around. I know he wanted to do that Immortal Bust. Didn't end up happening. Got put in a weird position. Kind of got put in what happened to Naniwa in game number 1. And he's like, uh-oh. All right, I'll try my best I can. I think, actually, the moment that they realized it was a base trade, you got to evacuate all your probes.
Yeah.
You have to get just enough for 400 minerals, and you're probably better off just had he gotten all the probes out, or just one probe out of there with 400 minerals, he can make a Nexus at the Terran's expansion.
That's true. But Stim Marines, it's hard to get probes out against them.
That is true. All right, guys, let's get ready for game number 2. The winner of this series gets out of the group. The loser has to go on to face the winner of this match coming up here.